What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, rolling out in my Rheinmetall Skorpion G Tier 8 German TD, which was released as a, not solo of course, part of a bundle package that'll set you back 25,000 gold, which I purchased, yes indeedy. And of course, you know, I got the mods and what did I get? The M46 Korea, and this is going to be a review of the Skorpion G. I've played like 70 odd games in the thing, and I have to say I do like it. It was everything I expected basically, and I don't buy that many premiums, you know, these days. I only get them if they're particularly special, and the Skorpion G it definitely is that, you know, because it's not a stock T28 or a stock this or a upgraded that. It's a unique tank. You kind of like I don't know, the H28 HDC, whatever it's called. It's a unique premium tank, you know. So for me, this was definitely a must buy. It's basically going to be released, you know, in the forthcoming weeks, with, you know, different priced packages leading up to the cheapest package. I think it's on the 22nd when you can buy I think it's 12k gold, without any, you know, premium time or ops or boosts, etc, etc. Is this tank worth it? 100% yes, in my personal opinion. It really is a unique, beautiful tank, a premium tank, absolutely 100%. It has basically the highest alpha in the game of any premium tank. You know, of course, the premiums on console only go up to tier 8, and so 490 damage, with a pen of 246, which is, for a tier 8 TD. Keep in mind, it does not get preferential matchmaking. Neither does the MUTs or the M46 Korea. But 246 is average. It's average pen for a tier 8 TD. So it's definitely 100% competitive. Still competitive when it rolls out in tier 9 and tier 10 matches. And of course, you have the option of a loading premium, which gives you 311. Pen, absolutely. But take a look at that aim time 2.1 and accuracy 0.3. It is a beautiful gun. And that's pretty much this tank, you know. It's all about the gun. It's all about the gun. Pardon me if you can hear the washing machine in the background there. It's all about the gun. There's nothing else is special or fantastic about this tank apart from the gun. Nothing else. And but when it comes to premium tanks, the way you make money is you inflict damage. And what better way to inflict damage than with a gun that, you know, does 490 alpha and has fantastic aim time and has fantastic accuracy. So you're going to be making a buttload of silver in this tier 8 premium. You know, keep in mind, the higher you go when it comes to tier premium tanks, the more silver you're gonna make, but the less XP. I'm not sure what the bonus XP is on this tank. I'm sure it's just something measly, around 10 to 15. If you want to premium tanks to earn more XP, you go lower, and they're the ones that, you know, are better when it comes to crew training, etc, etc. But the lower you go, the less silver you get, you know. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know this. So a tank that puts out a buttload of alpha, has a fantastic gun, is gonna just earn you tons and tons of silver. If you take a look on the top right, I've got 3 million silver, and that's predominantly from playing the Rheinmetall Skorpion G this morning. I think I might have had maybe 500,000 or something. So it's 100% definitely, you know, it earns silver. That it does do. But is it boring to play? Is it, you know, can you put up with playing in this tank continuously? Because when it comes to premium tanks, you're going to be playing in them a lot, you know. So that there's that to consider before you kind of go ahead and purchase the thing. Are you going to get bored of it? You know, are you going to get? Is it going to get tiresome? It is 100% definitely a very versatile TD, you know, because of that alpha, and because of its speed, and because of the fact that it gets a rotating turret. It's quite versatile as far as a TD is concerned, because it's, you know, it's not forward facing, it's not slow, it's not this, you know, there's a lot of things that you can do and accomplish in this tank that you wouldn't normally in a, you know, in like the Jagdtiger 88, of course, you know. But anyhow, let's talk about specifics about the tank. Enough about the gun. I've told you about the gun. The gun is fantastic. It is a great gun. The only times it kind of, the shots don't happen is if you do get like a sprinkling of really extreme RNG, or it's just yourself, you know, you kind of let the tank down by not aiming properly, you know, so the turret basically rotates all the way around. It gets 70 degrees of gun depression, which is really good. I think it's only at the front, like 40 degrees ish to the left and the right. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Another positive is the fact that it does hustle. It does move in a straight line. It's very similar to the, what you call it, the Panzer V-4. You know, it goes like a bat out of hell in a straight line, but that's about it, you know. And when it comes to going left and right, traversing, you know, moving, it you know, it lets you down in that department, most definitely, you know. And let's take a look. Yeah, 30 degrees a second, but it does let you down, you know, in that department. And my kind of philosophy is just get into a really aggressive sniping spot as quick as you can, but as soon as you're there, turn and face the direction that you came in, because if and when you do get spotted, whatever hits you is going to 100% basically pen you, you know. It's because there's no second chances with this tank, you know. He has the hit pool of a TD, and it doesn't have any armor, so basically, you know, that's what that speed is for, is to get into those really aggressive TD sniping spots, but at the same time, the speed is there to get you out of there as soon as you're lit up, because once they start shooting at you, you know, basically everything will pen you. I don't think anything bounced off me, you know, this morning. And but not only, you know, the track traverse is really bad, but also the turret traverse is really bad. You've got that fantastic accuracy, but at the same time, I did find myself struggling to pen. You know, it's a fantastic accuracy. It's great for penning those, placing those precise shots into low plates and weak points, etc., etc. The Kopolov, Super Pershing, and all of that jazz. But when it comes to those mobile, for instance, the mobile light tanks, it's not tough, but it's I did find myself struggling a bit trying to make contact with those, you know, light tanks that were out there, you know, swerving left to right. Not because you know, I'm a bad shot or anything. It's just when you're leading your shot, you want to match the speed of, you know, you swinging your gun left or right to the speed of the tank that's, you know, to your intended target, you know. So if he's moving like a bat out of hell from left to right, you want to be moving your gun left to right but leading your shot. But because the turret traverse, the speed is so you know, not so slow, it just kind of mucks up your aim. It kind of trips you up, and you're kind of, you know, you'll miss quite a few times. And yeah, so, but you know, what can you do? Sorry, I bet you guys can hear the washing machine. But precision, I mean, you know, when it comes to sniping, I mean, it's there. It's a fantastic sniping tank. It's fast, it moves, great gun, all of that stuff. Absolutely, 100%. It makes money. There you go, there's the armor. You know, nothing to speak of. Absolutely. The gun depression on the back is like, does not exist. I think it's like 2-3 degrees, etc, etc. But the ways to play this tank, you know, there's different ways to play this tank. When you are top tier, you have to understand that you have 490 alpha, and that in itself is your armor kind of thing. And that in itself, not by yourself, if you're solo up against 2-3 tanks, you know, your 490 alpha is not going to protect you. You're gonna pen a few tanks here and there, but eventually, you know, they're gonna get you. But if you're kind of pushing with your team, that 490 alpha is kind of carrying that push, you know, because you're shaving off 50% of the hit points of each individual tank, you know. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but when you're inflicting 490 alpha, you know, that's a whole lot of punishment for the Reds to take, you know, on each individual tank. So there are times when you can be super aggressive. You know, you have to understand what you're coming up against. You know, can you do it? You look at your hit points, you look at their hit points. Do I have backup? Do I have this? You kind of read the situation up ahead, and sometimes you can be super aggressive, and it pays off. But you know, that's 100% not the way to play the tank, but just in certain situations. For the most part, you know, because you don't have any armor, the camo value, I've completely forgot to mention, you know, the camo values on this tank are terrible. You know, do not expect, you know, because we have the Borsig at tier 8, do not in any way, shape or form expect this to be, you know, anything like the Borsig when it comes to camo. You can see it is super tall. You know, it is super tall. It's kind of almost tier 10 TD tall, you know, and do not expect to be, you know, you ain't no Borsig, you ain't no E25 in this thing. You need to understand about going into battle with support. You know, you need to understand that you're going into battle as support as well. You need to understand what your view range is. You need to understand what render range is. You know, you need to keep the enemies basically at mid to long distance. You know, that is the typical kind of gameplay when it ideal gameplay when it comes to rolling out in this tank. You know, you don't have the best camo, so you really need to play that view range, render range game. Keep the tanks between 400 and 500 meters from you. You know, but like I said, at the same time, you do have that 490 alpha, and that can act as a, you know, a massive punch to the face. You know. But it's a great tank. It's a great tank. It works at tier 8, tier 9. It works at tier 10. Absolutely. So it's a very decent machine. You know, don't expect amazing, spectacular things from this tank. It works 100%. Don't, you know, I'm not trying to say this is the be all and end all of tier 8 TDs. Don't it's not OP in any way, shape or form. It's OP when you play it right. Any tank is OP when you play it right, when it's you know, when the person that plays it knows what they're doing. Totally up to you when it comes to equipment. I initially started off with camo, but I kind of dropped it because you know, because I don't want to be, I don't need the camo to remain hidden. I want to remain hidden because of the distance between myself and the enemy tanks. You know, I want to keep that distance between myself and the Reds, so that they simply can't see me because I'm beyond their view range and I'm not being lit up by scouts, etc., etc. Binocs, yeah, you know, I had that installed. Coded optics, you know, I put on gun rammer, and I didn't know what else to put on, truth be told, so I went on enhanced gun lane drive. But truth be told, you know, 2.1 seconds, do I really need it? I mean, it's totally up to you. So you basically got a choice: enhanced gun lane drive, gun rammer, coded optics, or binocs, or camo, you know. So yeah, it's 100% up to you. It kind of depends on how you want to play the thing, you know, truth be told. So anyhow, it's a good buy. It's a good buy. It's a very decent machine. Let's get into some gameplay, shall we? And first game, we're on Himmelsdorf. We're going to be doing 3 different games, 3 different demos, if you want to call them, of the Rheinmetall at play kind of thing. The first one is what I was discussing earlier, which is pure aggression, the usage of that 490 alpha, the fact that I'm top tier, you know, I recognize, I understand all of this in this battle. Basically, the fact that I'm top tier, the fact that I have a huge gun with huge alpha, and I'm gonna use all these factors to my advantage. Literally the only thing that I was worried about was Artie in this game, I would say. Keep in mind, you know, as I'm pushing, as I'm being aggressive, I do have the support of my teammates. You know, we're up here in the north, and there's a good, very decent contingent of greens in play, as well as myself. You know, it's like I said before, I couldn't do this by myself. You know, what I'm trying to do is encourage the Reds to take their shots. Once they've taken their shots, there you go, 131 takes his shot. That means I can take my shot, you know. So that's what I'm basically doing, is just shooting in between the shots, picking off lone targets such as this Rheinmetall Borsig. I think he has the 128. He's fired again, you know, same thing, just like the 131. I'm not attempting to snipe, I'm just, you know, it's just brute force supported by my teammates. You know, I don't want to push through too soon here. You saw me stop there for a second. I was waiting to lose my sixth sense, because I know there's, you know, TDs in the back like that, AMX, as you can see. And now we're being aggressive. We're using our speed in order to perform some medium tank maneuvers. You know, I'm using the speed of this tank to flank these guys from the side and get some shots into their sides. You know, this is where I'm taking advantage of the speed of this tank, which is a TD. You know, TDs aren't supposed to go this fast. Hummel on a minuscule amount of hit points, but you know, it's Artie. I want to take it out for my team. And TVP, easy peasy lemon squeezy, pens me, no problem whatsoever. You know, once they start firing into you, they're going to pen you. You know, rinse and repeat. We're going to do the same again. Flank them from the side, along with this Boilermaker, as you can see. E25 off into the distance. He is a threat, but he's not a threat. You know, accurate gun, but puny amount of damage. I'm cautious of him, but I'm not scared of him, if you know what I mean. So in a matter of minutes, we've kind of annihilated this entire team, you know. And the team was aggressive, the team pushed, and this is what your team should do. You know, control the aggression, be smart with your plays. Flanking an AT-15 from the rear, don't need premium, good to go. I'm going to take him out here. And there we go, good to go. Picking up our third kill. E25 gets taken out. All that is left is a 110. I don't think I pen here, actually. Yeah, we hit that top plate. Very nicely angled, and it bounces off. but very untraditional style of playing a TD, because it's a very untraditional TD, you know, bottom line. And yeah, hey ho, let's go, let's get a ram kill. Absolutely, there we go, good to go. Not bad at all. And we pick up a decent amount of silver, 100k silver, and 2.5k damage, 1.5k assisted. Not bad. And mastery, you know, it's day 1 and all that jazz. Moving on to the next game. Second game, we are on Malinovka Assault, and we are assaulting. We have to take the base. There's a time limit of 10 minutes, and this game, I wanted to perfectly demonstrate what I'm talking about when it comes to view range, render range, etc, etc, and how I don't. My philosophy was like that I don't need the camo net. You know, I don't need to hide, because I'll never ever be seen, because I'm going to keep the reds. You can see I'm continuously checking distance, you know, below the reticle, 447 meters. I'm continuously checking distance. I'm out of here in the open. I'm completely vulnerable, but the thing is, nobody's going to get close enough to get shots on me. You know, that's the thing. You know, nobody's going to get shots on me, because I'm going to be beyond their view range. I'm not going to be in their render range. You know, view range goes up to 445. Render range, I think it's 550. I'm not sure exactly. So basically, I'm going to keep the reds at a distance between 400 and 500 meters, and whatever shots I take, they're going to be on targets that are not lit up by myself, but they're going to be lit up by my teammates. So every time you see me shooting at a target, I'm shooting because I know it's safe for me to do so, and I know that when I do take the shot, I'm not going to get lit up, basically, even though I'm out here in a cornfield, cornfield, you know, completely vulnerable, and there's no bushes in sight or anything like that, but nothing's going to touch me, basically. There you go. And you look at his, you see me, I'm backing up because I'm trying to maintain that distance. Now I can pen him to the side, you know. There you go. I'm trying to maintain that distance. I'm continuously trying to maintain that distance. Should be able to get that. There we go. Look at that beautiful precision of that gun. You know, beautiful precision. Type 59. He's hull down. He's playing it smart. And forget about the fact that, you know, we should be pushing. You know, we should be taking the base. You know, the whole point of this game is for us to cap the base. And you know, I think the people that are assaulting tend to forget that a lot of times. But anyhow, what the hey. So again, look at the distance. Look at the distance. If I take a shot here, I'm not going to get lit up. I think I get lit up when a Panther 88 comes in too close, basically. And unfortunately, sorry to say, I'm going to speed up this part. This was the part where the plumber basically knocked on the door and say, plumber here. Right in the middle of a thing here, Mr. Plumber. Yeah, you're gonna fix the water tank. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yes, I missed out on a couple of minutes of the game, so what can I say? But anyhow, I do get back into it eventually. Any second now. But again, you know, I'm maintaining that distance. Blind shot doesn't work. Continuously, every time, you know, I'm zooming in on someone, I'm checking that distance. You know, what is the distance? The guys on my left, I'm kind of approaching the guys on my left hand flank, but at the same time I don't want to get too close. The medium that's in front of me, I want him to light them up, but I want to maintain the distance of between 400 and 500 to that what is that, super Pershing, T37, no problem. You know. And look, as this Panther 88 down below him comes in, I shoot, and he's the one who's light me up now, you know. And now I'm in danger. Now I'm vulnerable, and I'm just backing up. I'm backing up. This Panther 88 basically needs to be taken out for me to continue what I'm doing. If he doesn't get taken out, there he goes. He's gone now. So as soon as he's gone, I lose my detection. I lose my sixth sense. Artie has a try but fails. Skorpion G doing his thing, running around. Take a blind shot, but it doesn't work out. Charioteer again, beautiful accuracy, 555. I think this is the limit actually. It's around 555, 560. I'm not sure. That's the limit of your render range. Skorpion G, the side, yeah, we can. Another nice shot. But you see the vulnerability of this tank, because as I lose the guys in front of me, there's nobody else to spot for me, and if I don't have nobody else to spot for me, then I have to do the spotting, and if I do the spotting, I fire my gun, I'm gonna get lit up. So that, you know. And now we're pulling to the right because the left has completely fallen. I've lost that tank that was over there lighting up the Super Pershing, so I'm vulnerable on my left hand side. Tiger 2, can we get? And there we go, nice pen, beautiful accuracy. And eventually I think the Super Pershing is going to come in on my left and he's going to light me up. Waiting, looking for options, and there you go, they're there right behind me. This was the second time I was lit up in the game. First time being Panther 88. And what am I doing? I'm pulling back, I'm running away, because that's what you're supposed to do in a lightly armed attack. Absolutely 100%. Everything that's shooting me, it's either getting eaten up by my tracks, luckily, or it's penning me. Try a little crazy shot on the Pershing, it doesn't work out. And now I fully understand, we're about to lose the game. We're about to lose the game, but what I can do is at least get another kill, get a pen on the Super Pershing. And again, this is kind of render range, view range coming into play, because I can see him, he can see me, but his teammates cannot see me. You know, I am too far. That's what I was guessing. I am too far that they can mostly see me on their mini-map, but they can't visually see me. You know, I'm not rendered, I'm too far. So I knew it was safe to engage him. Fantastic, beautiful accuracy of this gun. Took him out, penned that cupola. So good demonstration of how you should be playing this tank, you know, basically. And yeah, end up losing, but it's 3.5k, got the most damage out of everyone. And final game, we are in a tier 10 matchup. It is the Thunderstorm variant, and we're pretty much going to be going into full scumbag mode in this game. Very different from the first two games. The first game we were very aggressive due to the fact we were top tier. Second game we were playing the view range, the render range game. In this battle, we got to be extra careful, extra cautious due to the fact that we are bottom tier, but that's really not gonna be a factor. It's really not gonna come into play in this battle due to the fact that it's an extreme weather variant map, Thunderstorm, and in my personal opinion, the name of the game with these extreme weather maps, the name of the game is simply just don't get lit up. Nothing more, nothing more. It doesn't matter, you know, the view range is cut into half, the render range isn't, radio range is cut into half, render range isn't. So simply put, you just don't get lit up. you don't get lit up. You don't get lit up, especially in the first couple of minutes of the game. If you get lit up in the first couple of minutes of the game, there's a possibility you could have 15 tanks, enemy tanks, pointing the guns towards you. You know, because I've seen many replays on these extreme weather maps, and where it was high damage, and it was high damage due to the fact that, you know, the player simply understood that just don't get lit up. You know, shoot at distracting targets, and even when you shoot your gun, you're not going to get lit up if you keep that distance. You know, if you keep that distance 100%. Shoot at preoccupied targets that are tangling with your teammates, and just don't get lit up. And it's as simple as that. That's why it just doesn't work. I mean, if the render range was cut in half, just like the view range, just like the radio range, it would 100% work. You know, it would most probably. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but because the render range isn't cut into half and it's normal, you know, it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. It really doesn't work. If there's a thunderstorm, if there's a blizzard, I shouldn't be able to see tanks 400 meters away because there's a thunderstorm. You know, just because they're lit up by my teammates, I shouldn't be able to see them because extreme weather is in play. But from what I gather, from what I hear, render range is something that cannot be changed, and it's as simple as that. So, but anyhow, I'm in a premium tank, I'm in a TD, I'm here to make money, I'm here to earn XP, especially because I'm bottom tier, so XP will be plentiful. I'm going to be inflicting a buttload of damage, so silver will be plentiful. Sides, lots and lots of sides of British TDs. There we go. We take out the tortoise, picking up first kill, yet to be lit up. We're looking for our next target, but the AB line is kind of empty. It's kind of deserted up there, as you can see, so I was worried about the reds pushing up there. With the extreme weather maps, there is a tendency to cap out early. You know, I'm guilty of it. You know, the reds are guilty of it. Everybody's kind of guilty because everybody wants to get the battle over with as quick as possible. And yeah. So anyhow, AT-15 again. Can we get the cupola? We should be able to. Oh, and he presents his side. Beautiful juicy side. There we go. Nice. Picking up a second kill. And there you go. You know, they're pushing up north, and now I have to you're going to use up speed and get up there as quick as possible and help out. You know, I mean, I have had some epic fantastic battles on these extreme weather maps, but there have been just as many, you know, situations sort of kind of like this where the reds simply sneak through somehow, and they end up capping our base, and we, you know, the distance is too far for us to, you know, reach our base and defend it, and they end up winning. But I mean, it is what it is, and until it's fixed, it's gonna remain semi-broken, and you know. So, but anyhow, so I think it's a IS-7 in play, a mouse in play, and of course artillery is still in play. So potent, dangerous opponents, absolutely 100%. Truth be told, the only thing I was really worried about was artillery right now. Make sure with the weather maps, even more so, keep the square mini-map on. Don't use the compass, because you'll lose situational awareness. I'm not going to tell you which map variant to use, you know, the compass or the square, but I would definitely advise on using the square mini-map. in these extreme weather modes, because you know, because you need to have that situational awareness. You don't want the Reds to end up capping your base. Bingo. We do have premium loaded, mouse on full health, and it's odd, you know. The only thing I thought of right now was like, whoa, a whole buttload of damage just for me. So we're gonna take our time. We got the hit points. We're gonna take our time. Aim in, premium loaded. We aim for the cheek, and not the mouse is kind of different to the E100. It has a like a curve on the turret face. The E100 is kind of flat. Artillery round comes in, so I'm trying to get some distance between myself and the mouse. Possibly, maybe I can get some shots on him without getting lit up. But at the same time, you know, my teammates are capping, and we're gonna win by cap anyway. So they've taken out artillery, creeping along nice and slow. But yeah, we're gonna win by cap. As he pulls back, he kind of lowers his upper plate, and I'm able to pen his upper plate with ease. I don't think it's going to happen the second time, and there we go. But, you know, nothing spectacular, but the way a TD, a tier 8 TD should be played when it's bottom tier. 100k silver, 4k damage. We pick up the most damage out of all the tanks in the tier 10 match. I mean, you know, it was full scumbag mode, but the tank was played properly, and we got a result. It was boring though, so. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Skorpion Rheinmetall G. Very neat tank, very unique tank. Nice addition to the garage. Have enjoyed it immensely so far. Pick one up if you can. I'd wait until, you know, it's sold without all the bells and whistles, gizmos and all of that jazz. And but what a beast of a gun, what can I say? Take it easy, guys. Adios muchachos.